On board, it's another time to talk the round letter game. Talking about in US, it's called soccer, and it's in UK we call it football. And on this wonderful note, we're going to welcome you all to Football Yan. My name is Toby Lover, and I won't be doing this alone. I've got Kayo Mikpo in the building as usual, and I've got Lekon, Mr. Gattuso himself, the fourth bullet. About.
You know, mention your name finish.
Eh.
Low professor.
Oh yes, no professor. I've got professor. And of course, we got Idris in the house as well.
So good to be here. I'm glad to sit with my senior men on board.
Yeah, welcome on board, Idris. And Simi, sitting close to my left. Simi, how you did?
I'm very good. I'm feeling good. First time on this show, actually.
Yeah, who check it for you. All right, guys. It's Football Yan. It's the show that at times is not popular, but sometimes we speak in pidgin and sometimes vernacular. Yeah, even if not popular yet, but we are popular. Taking Spotify and YouTube anytime soon or right now, Sev. All right. Let's get to it straight up. No time for any proposition. Lekon, how you doing now?
I'm fine, I don't come in Ganus now.
You're Ganusi.
So Matt does this. Matt don't Ganus. I don't want to. I don't want you guys.
All right. Let's pick it up from the EFL. Yesterday we saw Liverpool defeat Spurs 4-0.
Destroying.
Let me start from Idris. Idris, quick one. What do you have to say about that? I mean, what's your 120
All I
second
have
stop?
to say literally is that Liverpool did a very fantastic job yesterday to actually manhandle Spurs, because losing away 1-0 or coming back to defeat them in your house, a 4-0 overall, like on aggregates and everything, it's actually very rare to see most clubs do that. To be honest, Liverpool is him, honestly speaking. Liverpool.
Yeah, and another thing I would have loved us to talk about is about Ancelot's performance this season. I mean, he's a new manager. This is his first season in the EPL, and come to think of it, he has not had a bad season yet. So, AY, how would you have rated his performance so far this season, especially with the result he just got yesterday?
I think he's done a fantastic job since he's coming, right? New league, new players. Obviously, he's not managed at that level before, even though he was doing a fantastic job with PSV and before he came in. But so far, so good. He's done a fantastic job, and taking Liverpool to the final in his first season, and he's doing pretty much well in the league and in the Champions League. I think they're top of the league.
Yeah, the top of the league.
So far, so good. He's done, and he's brought out, so much great performances from the players, even players that we thought couldn't break it in the Premier League. Gravenberch, and he's been one of the best midfielders in the Premier League. So far, so good. I'm actually gonna rate him 9/10. If he does win the league and of course goes on to win the EFL and maybe get into the final of the Champions League,
it's looking as if Liverpool is trading to another treble this season.
It would be fair to give him 10 because.
Do you think we should accumulate this to absence of not enough rivalry in the league? Probably because there's a certain Manchester City side that has been struggling this season, and fast tracking to that, Liverpool playing Newcastle in the final. Does it look like another magic final? Probably we see an underdogs, or can we even call Newcastle underdogs against Liverpool in the final? Coming with the fact that Newcastle defeated Arsenal to get to this final. Simi, what do you have to say? Please, let me get that thought from Simi. Simi, what do you have to say towards this?
Well, looking at it, I feel Newcastle. I don't feel that they're underdogs. Going into the final, I'm not expecting Liverpool to actually win the final. I'm all eyes on Newcastle to win the final. Look at what they did against Arsenal. They had them in the house. They played 2-0 in the house. They came away and they also won 4-0. So I just feel I don't think Newcastle can be an underdogs. They will go with a great capacity against Liverpool in the final.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
All right.
But I think Newcastle can actually put up a great fight because, of course, they've got the players, and this is their second time getting into the EFL in 3 years.
Yeah.
So I think they are going to put up a great fight. But it's Liverpool. Liverpool have been there, done that. They've won it. They've got better players, obviously. So you know.
But
You're not gonna say.
If you have to look at if you look at Newcastle's recent form, including their 4-0 aggregate win over Arsenal, suggests that they should not be underestimated.
No, I'm not underestimating them. I'm just saying.
They have unbeaten of 18 matches in all competitions
based
so
on
far.
experience, and based on the club's stature, and what they've achieved in recent times, going to that final, Liverpool will go there with so much swagger.
Yeah, actually.
That is why I'm saying Newcastle.
Yeah,
if you have to
look at Newcastle as well, they've been we can call Newcastle the traditional top 16,
Especially
in the last 3 seasons.
If they go on to win the final,
Yeah.
they are going to display Spurs.
Because this is not the first time they are getting to the final. Lekon, what's your thoughts towards it? Because this is not the first time they are getting to this final. And getting to this final, yes, twice in 3 years. I mean, I don't see them that as a team that can be underestimated. Probably because if it had been a Liverpool Arsenal final, I don't think Kayo Mekwa will share these thoughts because
I think it is
Arsenal.
equally.
We're looking at Newcastle not as a club name. We're looking at Newcastle based on the players they've got, the managers they've got, and based on their current form as well.
Yeah.
Thank you for finally giving me the spotlight. But guys, I don't want to go on today. I just want to stay on my own. They are giving me names here, so I don't want to go. So, but what I would say to that Liverpool Newcastle, right?
Yeah.
Newcastle, they're just there. Newcastle, I like Arsenal too. Three this thing, they will shock you. But after one game, they will lose again. So, I'm not seeing Newcastle as a rival to top 6. Or maybe, as you can see, let me say, okay, let's talk about Newcastle and Aston Villa. I think they are both doing the same thing. Okay. I think Newcastle are also like, Aston Villa are also like, we can do this thing, we can do this thing. But no, but later on they will come back because they are not meant to be there.
Don't you think Newcastle have been in like 3 years or 4? They have been better than Spurs because if you are talking about,
I'm not even comparing. I'm not even. No, wait. Why? I didn't even say Spurs now. Yeah. I saw Aston Villa. I don't. No. I don't say Spurs.
But Spurs are traditionally in the top 6.
I'm not say Spurs. Like you know I'm serious. That's why I need my glasses. Spurs are not team. Don't compare Spurs and
we can't.
I
question that fantasy.
I think that's a disrespect.
No, I get you.
Comparing Newcastle to Spurs.
I get you. But what I'm saying is, traditionally, the top 6 teams are Liverpool.
Do we even still have traditional? Do you even still have traditional top 6 in EPL?
Yes, we still do. We still do because
last season,
we still do.
As of last 3 seasons,
we still do. You know why I said that?
What is it traditional?
You actually can't
Chelsea didn't make it last season.
But Villa made it.
Yeah.
There'll be surprises.
Manchester United.
There'll be exceptions.
Still make it.
No.
There'll be surprises. But I still think we still have the traditional 6 teams because these teams still have the capacity. It might be very difficult, but they still have the capacity to go into other teams and pick players. It might be very expensive.
True.
But Spurs have tried it. Right? They tried it with Nottingham Forest. They took one of their best players, Bernard Johnson. We can still.
He flopped.
No, he has not been. He has. No,
Just speaking from. Do you think he lived up to expectations?
I think he's still very young. He's still very young. He's still very young.
Yes,
He's still very young, and he's not been lucky with injuries, right? But back to what I was saying. We still have the traditional 6, but it has been difficult. There have been so many surprises, but we still have them.
All right, can we call Newcastle, with their recent performance, can we now call them part of new top 6? Can we call Newcastle a traditional top 6 in EPL now?
That means we are making it 7.
What are the top 6? Can we list the top 6?
The top 6.
Liverpool,
City,
yeah.
Chelsea.
Man United.
traditional seats. Before this season, Man U were there.
Man U.
You guys haven't been there in a while now.
Man U were always there.
No, why you're naming? Why you're naming?
You know, don't talk. Say you be citizen. I don't want to fight
I'm a
with
citizen,
you.
of course,
I
of
go
course.
talk this on your head.
Look up.
You know what they talk.
No violence.
I've written my
One
name
game.
down the history.
Football
books now.
without
What are you
violence,
telling me?
I beg.
One game football without violence.
Let's know. You know they're coming for. When they coming now.
Violence.
I go done this already.
So what I'm saying is, right, the traditional 6 teams, you can't remove Man United.
Actually.
It is actually not about current form. It is actually about
Past glory.
history.
That's
No,
why it's traditional.
there's nothing like past glory in football.
Is it about history or about dominance?
So many things.
It's about
I think it's more about dominance.
Yeah, it's about dominance. We should look at more about dominance.
So many
And
things.
if I to just,
We're not saying you guys have
Alexander
recently.
left.
No. United hasn't been doing what people are expecting you to do.
I do that now.
Since
Don't say man. I don't think Man U are top 60.
No, you're not
put them
getting
top
you're
eight.
not getting the point. The point is,
Now.
you're not getting the point.
Ayo, is it this being
You're not getting
patronizing?
the point.
Ayo, say now because say you wear Man U. I don't
honestly,
understand
no,
you.
no.
Say now because say you wear
I'm
Man
not
U.
saying-
The
fan,
point.
but I'm just like, I'm
When
being
they say
realistic
traditional top
I'm being
6,
realistic
it
here.
is not about current form. It is about what you have achieved. What you know, the structure of the club, the franchise.
Okay, in 5 years now, what about Man U achieved?
Yeah.
5 years.
Well,
Apart from okay, since
Yeah, in 5
let me
years,
bust
yes.
your bubbles. Since Fergie retired,
Don't bust my
the only
bubbles.
trophies that United haven't won
I
has
have
been the
no bubbles
Champions
to
League
be
and the
bossed.
Premier League. They've won every other trophy.
You guys
Eh,
beat Man City.
Right?
Is it not Carabao
They've
FA
won
Cup
the
in the final?
they've won European trophy since Fergie retired. It
That's not
doesn't-
what it is.
That-
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 does-
that-
does that-
we're
we are talking about the EPL dominance. We're talking about the EPL dominance. Since Fergie left, you guys have not won the EPL.
Now, let me ask you a question. Was it specific?
And you guys have
was
even
it
been struggling.
specific?
Since Fergie left, United
Honestly,
in the last 5
I
years.
think the issue where Manchester United started flopping was the day they sacked their main manager just because he had a few rough starts.
What was that?
I think it was
Ten Hag. Was it Ten Hag?
No, not Ten Hag. Ten Hag didn't
Van
really
Gaal?
do anything.
Jose.
Before Ten Hag. No, Jose.
Jose.
Actually, from Jose, then every issue started going down.
All right, quickly, let's move away from there. That's taking much of our time. We leave that to people to contribute their comments and contributions to that. Talking about dominance and talking about another team trading to another treble. Let's move straight down our plane to Spain. We talk about Barcelona. Does it look like Barcelona is trading to another treble as
for
well?
sure.
But Real Madrid is
for
still
sure,
there.
for sure.
Real Madrid is still the Copa del Rey now. That's
Yeah.
still the Copa del Rey. Well, I don't know. They are
So-
saying
It has been a roller coaster of
I'm
surprises
telling you.
in
I'm
the La
telling you,
Liga
my
this
man.
season. At some point, we thought it was going to be, a blistering season for Barca.
Yeah.
Then they went on a run. They lost for about 2-3 games, right?
Yeah, true.
And everything changed.
Four.
Was it 4?
Consecutive.
Then Real Madrid took over, right? Then it was Atletico at some point.
Yes.
So it
Atletico
has been,
as in they have been in form.
Honestly,
you know,
Exactly.
the form
I swear.
has not been, constant.
Yes,
It has changed over time. So I'm not gonna sit here and tell you
I feel like
It
we have
is
been
sure-
short
it is
in the
sure-
last
I would just say
league.
it's possible.
It's possible.
But
Yeah.
but
It's
I
about-
can
it's
see-
about-
what,
I can see
with
Madrid
what,
and Madrid.
with what he has done.
Yes.
No, come on, you have to at least say.
I think it's about taking your
Barcelona is-
chances now.
True,
You have a
good
is
point.
it about only taking the chances,
you
or,
guys-
or probably we call
Executing
when we look at it, then it's like, okay, Real Madrid are out to give them the run for their money. It's not they are not really up to
We are dealing with too many injuries. Now.
Yeah.
We are talking about this thing too, coach. Can we, like I think in history now, like in football history, I think what's his name of their coach?
Which one? Athletic.
Real Madrid coach.
Carlo
Carlo Ancelotti.
I think it's the most medal.
The most decorated.
most
Real Madrid
decorated.
history.
So
Yeah.
so you can't write Real Madrid off.
No.
But
We don't
there's
talk about-
a particular history,
Okay.
right? That doesn't support Carlo. Carlo has never defended the league in his career. So that's why I'm saying that, right? It is actually possible for the 3 teams, any of them, to win the league.
I'll be surprised if
But
It looks like
I'll be surprised.
even-
Because
but-
I just not the like.
it looks like.
you can't
But
ride
do you know the funny
I
thing?
know now they're coming from now.
Guys, do you know the funny thing? It has been looking like.
I was even surprised, like myself. I was surprised. I was like,
Atletico.
It has been looking like.
Actually, it's because they stole my boy Alvarez. You guys
It has been looking like
my boy's Alvarez.
So he's only Alvarez that is playing for
Come
Atletico.
on now, he's
Gallagher.
the main man.
You can't tell me he's the main man. What of the manager's son himself?
Do you know the funny
The manager's son the manager's son himself.
Golago
Simi.
Do you know the funny
The
thing,
manager's
guys?
son himself.
Guys,
That's
you know
how
the
he's
funny
telling me.
thing. Do you know the funny thing? It looks like Barcelona are actually taking from the big teams and giving it to the poor. Because you wonder, you know, it has been very funny that you look at the teams that Barcelona are blowing away, and you look at the teams that they are losing to.
I mean, it was not.
Who did they
Play 1-0?
As in now,
People
back
expected.
at the spoil tickets.
Honestly,
I know how they pay you.
honestly, look at
They know
the
they
teams
show.
play.
They know they show ticket boys. They know they show ticket boys.
I don't carry back. But they won 5-0. I was surprised.
If you look at the La Liga they played 1-0. Who expected them to play 1-0?
of course
Honestly,
not.
people were like, okay, back at least 2 goals.
No,
Up or ball.
just
Just one.
When they play 2 goals again, now back at 3 goals.
Honestly,
3, 4, 5.
but as I saw one,
Over 2.5.
They are fucking.
person 2 or don't boss.
Just like.
All right. Yeah. Well, I do think the maybe just getting if Xavi team gets to trophy this season, then that's a success because we have more strong contender in what's it called in the UCL, the UEFA Champions League. So, are we tipping back at? Does this Xavi side even have what it takes? As a flick, sorry about that. I mean, sorry about that.
Yeah.
I mean, do they even stand chance against the almighty Bayern and other big Europeans?
You talk about the UEFA, right?
Yeah, about the UEFA.
Because honestly, you guys have to admit, we thought
You can't trust Bayern
What guys?
again.
Okay, 1 house.
You can't trust Bayern again.
1 house, please.
But we thought
What else,
Liverpool, Barcelona was actually going to be like the finals in the UCL. You people have to admit you had that kind of thoughts. But now look at it. They are playing, I think I was in the semi-finals they're playing or in the knockout phase that they made it. So now we're looking at Liverpool and Barcelona. So this is like 2 new managers coming to accomplish something.
Yeah.
So we have to expect anything. We both now know Barcelona, what I'm looking at. I feel like they will win. But also, you can't write Liverpool off that.
I think Liverpool are actually the team to beat in the Champions League because they are the only team that have not lost.
Really?
Right?
No, they lost now.
No, they haven't lost the game.
They've not lost.
They lost to PSV.
That was
My ticket's going
My ticket's going that day now. They lost
Punters.
No.
split to that day.
Okay, you want to say that loss is intentional?
No,
I'm not going to say that. Not even.
It's actually intentional because if you check the 11 they started with.
1 house, please. I would never say they lost intentionally because that would look like match fixing, right?
True.
But Liverpool fielded they are a very weak team.
I feel like they wanted
Due
to give them chance
respect to the
play.
players that play, but
Yes.
the team was weak, right? They had already qualified. They didn't have any.
They
They didn't have any
source
reason
of
for
motivation,
fielding
yes.
strong team.
Yes,
So
actually.
I think my point still remains the same.
That
It looks like it looks like they qualified into the next stage with unbeaten.
Yeah.
Right, but on a more serious note, they look like the team to beat. So far, they're on top of the log, and so far so good. Even the greatest team in the Champions League history, they beat them well, Real Madrid. So I think they look like the team to beat.
All right, guys. Sorry about that. We need to move. So some days back, I was checking my tweets, and I saw Messi, Ronaldo trending. I was like, here we go again.
That is an
Yeah,
argument that can
we-
never end.
Yeah, and I saw
never
goats,
end.
and I saw
It can
goats.
never
I
end.
was like, these guys have already started.
But first,
Then
think-
I found out from Piers Morgan that Ronaldo turns 40,
Yeah.
and here we have it on Twitter,
No, honestly,
and so many
it's not easy.
Pàtẹ́wọ́ for the goal.
Let's for me.
He is not
My
the
thoughts
goat.
just felt that. My
No,
thoughts.
guys, one thing
Messi
I'm
is
not
the
going
goat.
to be involved in.
You can't tell Ronaldo
Guys,
is the
I
goat.
One
goat without World Cup.
One thing I'm not going to be involved in
I don't want to advance
is Ronaldo and Messi debate.
Yeah.
Because we are not going to leave here.
Three debates I don't want to be involved in. Ronaldo versus Messi, Davido versus Whiskey.
No, come on. 30 BG.
And religion debate, Christianity versus Islam.
Yeah.
I don't.
I don't
Those
leave
two
it-
debates.
I don't leave it to you.
I avoid them like
They are both-
like
they are
like
both good.
get where they avoid heartbreak. So
Yeah.
well,
We all know our
I guess we should just. I've left for me. I feel we should just enjoy these legends. They've come. They've reshaped the football. No, we should just enjoy them. So Ronaldo turns 40 on February 5, and we found out that they had about 921 goals, and he needed about
He's about 21.
79 to make it.
78.
Is it 78 or 79?
I think it's
79.
on
He
has
no,
921
he-
now.
He had
No, he's on
921.
921 now. He's
That
on
means he needs
921
79 goals
79
to
more
make
goals.
it 1,000
1,000.
goals. I mean, I when I was looking at it, I felt probably just kind of a kind of privilege to have our own
Okay,
Pele.
Toby, I'm going to ask you this
Yeah.
question. Do you think it is achievable?
To get to 1,000.
And why do you think it is
Well,
achievable?
if I'm judging by Ronaldo interviews I've watched, and
That is
this man outside the pitch, then I think it's achievable because the guy has a crazy mindset to goals. He's an hardworking
He's a
player.
goal-getter.
He's a goal getter.
Telling that slow down, about slow down. No,
Slow down with.
Another thing is that
Slow down waiting.
I think he's a very smart person,
Yes.
right? He understands his body, and he knew that he probably, if he was still in Europe, he wouldn't achieve. He might not score up to 1,000 goals because Europe is more demanding, obviously. But in Saudi, he can actually start bad in that league and get to
Saudi way soft pass France League.
the Baba, say normally Ronaldo go on, the PR and everything they pay him for, they pay huge amount to promote the league.
to promote
So
the league.
even if they pay me today, I will tell you that the NPFL is
Now
better
why-
than the Premier League.
Now why the Boniface do still dey pay me low key be that? So I see quite well that beyond stats that both legends are still have reshaped football history. So beyond start of Ronaldo do 1,000 goals, 1,000 goals or no 1,000 goals, Babel, that man are good.
Respect to him.
What? Now something goes mad.
Yeah.
Like we are looking at it.
I think like people they play 5 years ever see reach
I'm telling you, that's a mad dedication.
Nah, 20 something goes.
Like you just wake
921.
up, you sleep and wake up and be like, okay,
No, it's more
I have to score 2 goals today.
Yes.
I have to score 3 goals today. That like you have to have that kind of mindset.
Mentality, yeah.
Like,
To have that kind of mindset for almost 2 decades,
Yeah.
I think that is insane.
And talking about one player that we felt that would have been something close to the next Ronaldo, probably this is just English media hype or something. But that Rashidi, Marcus Rashford loan to Aston Villa.
you're talking about Ronaldo and Messi. You're talking about Rashford.
No, these are players that English. No, these are players
that time they're comparing Mbappe and this Rashford and
Rashford, yeah. Those are players-
comparing,
No, these are players that we tinted that
Yes,
no,
to be the
no,
next.
will be the next big
What
thing.
about what about that? What about my boy?
I saw a tweet.
Yeah.
This guy
Fatty
posted.
also.
Fatty.
Fatty also.
He was in
No.
the conversation. He was actually not in the conversation, but he looked like
He
a
was-
potential
He
guy.
wanted to be.
He
in
was.
the
That could,
No,
he wasn't.
In
I
Messi
thought
era,
that was just
He
media
didn't
hype.
yet say
I thought that was just media
No,
hype.
I don't think it was
120
media hype.
seconds.
Talent-wise,
No, Fatty Messi era, he won player of the month with Messi.
Yes.
I think it was like
Fatty.
This guy is a
Oh
good
my
dog.
God.
Probably
Fatty
forgot
was
things
right.
too soon.
Fatty with
I-
Messi.
But they just
Do
dropped.
you want to judge? Do you want to judge
I
the
think it was like
quality of a player?
that's for a season. That's when.
Do you want to judge the quality of a player or performance
For what
because he won the player of the month? There are some players that have hardly won player of the month.
But we
Case in
Messi
point, KDB.
I'm
I'm telling you, there was a time he couldn't win player of the month. I'm telling you,
Wasn't it when he was
and he
injured
went on to win PFA. Go check it out. I'm telling you, it's a funny start, right? There were times that I forgot. I don't remember the season now when Pep didn't win coach of the month, right? And he went on to win the coach of the season.
I think that was last 2 seasons ago.
I think that was
last 2 seasons.
It's very funny.
I don't know.
Anybody could win. You could be on form and go on to win player of the month.
Yes.
It is what you do consistently that will determine if you can actually achieve that feat.
If you want, they are talking about.
I think
good player.
it was not in the
What's
frame.
there?
Then it was Mbappe, Rashford, but it was
Mbappe,
actually Mbappe,
Rashford,
Erling Haaland.
No.
Alan wasn't there.
Alan wasn't there.
wasn't there.
No.
It was in that
Alan
one.
wasn't
It was
there.
in that one.
Alan wasn't there.
He was scoring
there.
goals.
It was Mbappe. We had Mbappe.
Okay, what year are you talking about?
Let's hear Simi as well.
What year are you talking about? What year are you talking about?
Similar to
When
you.
was the year
Mbappe
we
was
are
in
talking about?
PSG.
Yeah,
Okay.
When
similar
was
to
in
you.
PSG? It was Mbappe, Rashford, and Vinicius.
Vinicius was there too.
It depends on the
Vinicius.
Allah was not there.
Alan
depends
was
on
not
the
there.
boss.
So Mbappe, Rashford, and Vinicius.
Allah was not there.
He was
not there now.
He
wasn't
there.
now.
because obviously
also
that's
part
that's
of
he
it.
was.
Because-
Alan was.
Alan was not
You know
there.
why I said
That
Alan
was
was?
media hype.
You know why I said Alan
Alan was
was?
not there.
After Mbappe, the guy that was scoring in more than enough goals was Alan.
I watched that highlight that there was this guy
Because
that
Alan
marked-
was
no,
there.
Two
So
of
from
them-
Mbappe,
I watched the highlight. There was this
Rashford,
guy
and
that was
Vinicius.
marking Haaland.
Fati wasn't there.
Like he marked him so much that he got injured. Haaland didn't get injured. So
Do you
you're trying to- you can't write
do
Haaland
you
off
remember?
that
Do you
easy
remember?
now.
I'm not writing that.
No,
but
but
is a
that
role
season,
model.
that
That's-
season,
that's-
it was
Do you remember?
Mbappe.
Do you remember?
Alan
Do you
wasn't there.
Do you remember?
Rashford
actually-
and Rashford.
Do you remember
What
the
was
game?
what
Do you
we
remember
saying?
the game that actually put Haaland in that conversation?
What?
It was PSG Dortmund when he scored 2 goals.
Yes, I remember actually. It was that.
It was that game that
It
put
was
him
that.
in. He was scoring goals right from Salzburg, but that particular game put him in that spotlight. Fati was already gone. He was already getting.
Ayo, let me bust your
If you want to
bubble.
put him back, if you want to put
I
Haaland.
want to believe-
Even Usmani,
Ayo.
Usmani
Ayo.
was more in the conversation
Yes.
than Fati.
I can put Haaland and Rodrigo. I can't be saying Haaland and
Baba,
Mbappe and this thing.
Before
I don't think
Haaland come Man City,
Yeah.
I feel boast you say. Nobody say people know Sabi Haaland,
Haaland now.
but when Haaland enter limelight, we bright.
When
What was
Man
in Man
City?
City?
Now when
What's
he
in Man
move
City?
come Man
What's
City.
in Man City?
During then we had Marcus Rashford was
Rashford.
tainted as the next thing after bread and groundnut.
Yes, now.
Rashford-
That's not Rashford as
Rashford
From
under Ole
Sky
Gunnar
Sports,
Solskjaer.
from Sky
as
Sports
glory,
to
as
BBC,
glory.
from BBC, it
Rashford under
was
Ole.
I think we are not being. We are not
You
being
think
fair.
like that?
I think we are not being
I can
fair.
remember. I can remember.
now.
If you're talking about a footballer, you talk about Rashford.
Yes.
Is that number one?
Guys,
Now,
I think we are not
now.
being
You know
fair.
what also
You know why I say
Rashford-
we are not being fair? There's difference between playing in a league that has the hype.
Yes.
So are you
Right.
saying EPL is hyped?
No,
Go ahead.
no. There's an exception for Mbappe because Mbappe was also doing it at international level. He was scoring in for France.
I mean, he scored in the
The
World Cup
first,
final.
his debut World Cup
Yes.
was the best young player. So there's actually an exception for him. But for Haaland was breaking records.
It was
At some point, do you remember he won the Golden Boot in the Champions League? Alongside Lewandowski?
No.
I thought he had 17 goals that season.
Two people won.
He won it
Alan-
alongside
Alan-
Lewandowski.
He only had
And that
Golden
was-
Boot. He only had Golden
that
Boot in
was
the first
2020.
season
That
of
was-
Premier
what I'm
League.
telling you.
Check
it out. That was 2020.
So let's talk about that thing.
That was
That was his first
2020.
season
Let's talk
Premier
about
League, he had
that thing.
Golden
Let's talk
Boot.
about that thing.
I'm talking about in the Champions League. I think he scored the same amount of goals as Lewandowski. And Lewandowski had just one more goal. That's what it was. It was that scoring in the Champions League. Was it in 2020?
I think that was Premier League.
That was
That
Premier
was
League. That his first season.
Alan and Salah.
It was his first season. He had Golden Boot.
Don't get Golden Boot.
Was his first
I
season.
think
He had
it was
Golden
Alan
Boot.
and
It was not
Salah.
Champions League.
I'm talking about Dortmund, not City.
Okay, he had
When
Golden
when
Boot.
was
in
when
Dortmund.
was Dortmund?
Yeah.
Yes.
Did
he have?
Yes.
I think so. I don't know.
He had in
I
Dortmund.
don't.
But
What gave
but-
him the limelight?
I'm
was-
talking
Yes.
about. I'm not talking
I'm
about.
talking
City.
about
I'm
yes. You're talking about the media hype.
In 2020,
talking
he was
about-
not in City. He was in Dortmund now.
Yeah.
That was when he actually laid his mark. That's that PSG game. That second leg when PSG eliminated them, they had to mimic Alan's celebration. If you remember.
That's not where we're going to. The whole
Sorry,
gist
diverted.
is the whole gist is that we talked about Marcus Rashford, then we talked about how he was hyped as the next thing after Kylian Mbappe, overhyped, and now Mbappe is playing at Real Madrid
At the
at the highest level. I mean, he has won the World Cup, and now this is Rashford moving to Aston Villa. So I never even remember when Haaland was even placed with it was always Rashford.
But Toby, I have a question I'm going to ask you. Okay, right. Is it a step up for Rashford? Let me glance, Toby. Calm down.
Oh, yeah.
What I'm saying is, considering United's position
Okay.
and United's form, and considering Aston Villa's form and where they are at this moment, do you think it is a step up for Rashford?
I don't know.
I'm trying this question personally.
I quite felt if Rashford has had his game, he has had this beautiful form consistently, I don't think he'll be moving to Aston Villa. That's what happened with Ansu Fati as well, moving from Barcelona to Brighton. You know, these are projects, we call this kind of projects like a project when a player moves from that kind of pedigree of club to a lower club like that in terms of stature. You know, he just probably could revive his career, or probably just got his foot back, then, you know, just come back and start
do we
playing.
agree? Do we agree that? No, listen, please. Do we agree that it is actually a step down? Is it a step up for him or a step down?
Yeah, I don't think moving from Manchester United to Aston Villa. I mean, I don't know.
It's a step down.
If
step
This
down.
current season,
Yes.
this current form.
No.
That's not my point. Do you think it's a step up or a step down?
No,
You step down now.
about longevity or this.
No, it's a step down.
It's a step down, right?
Yes,
But-
I know where you're going
But
to.
when I said
I know where you're
United
going
were
to.
in top 6 traditionally, you guys attacked.
No, that's not what we're talking about. I know where you're going to. That's not what we're talking about. Because this is the gist.
Because you guys
I
are
see what you did there.
Even if Rashford, even if Rashford has moved, if Rashford has moved from,
We don't know
if
what will
Rashford
happen
has
in
moved,
5 years, right?
if Rashford has his A game,
now.
there's no how Aston Villa will even want to toast Rashford to come. I mean, this is a player. We're talking about the player here. We're talking about a player that has been hyped along Mbappe. If he had had his A game, probably we should have team like PSG.
Yes.
We should have team like Napoli or AC Milan calling for him.
That's
what we're talking about.
I could remember that time now. That was I think last year's. They're bidding for him 100 something
I think
million.
that was PSG.
Yeah.
Was
Yeah,
the bid
for-
actually true? Because now that he's free, we didn't see any bid from anybody.
No one wants to.
I thought
Nobody
no,
wants to now.
I might be wrong, but I thought that was all PR for me.
Okay,
because
if you're talking about Rashford and what's the guy's name? Kwalaviska. What's
Kvaratskhelia.
Who will you choose now?
Are they playing same position?
You know,
yes, they are.
they are playing in
Play
position
from the
now.
wings,
They're playing for the wings now.
From inside forward.
I'll
No,
pick that
we don't have.
PSG
We don't even
guy.
have. I don't think we even have wingers anymore in football. We have majorly
Salah.
inside forwards. No,
Yeah.
Salah is not a winger.
All
He's an
right,
inside
talking
forward.
about Salah, you know, he has failed to renew his contract with Liverpool, and I just try to like picture it like, wow, yeah, this guy might be feeling like, well, do I still really need to stay here? I guess I've won everything available that I could win here. Yeah, he just won the Champions League there,
Yeah.
He's won
the EPL
everything.
there. He's won everything. He's won everything literally. Baba, make I go for the money now. Make I go chop Saudi money now. Saudi,
No be
Saudi,
place he come
or
from.
try new project, or maybe probably just try new project with a new club, or maybe Bayern.
No. But what project actually?
It's
Because
possible.
for a player like Salah, that's won everything.
Yeah.
But, everything that is
Champions
there to be
League.
won in club football, right? What other project? Madrid are not going to bid for him.
But look at they have
Bayern, I
they
doubt.
have this,
Because now
Bayern.
Salah will be looking at the salary. Because that's the problem now.
and
salary
what's
agreement.
his age?
Salary agreement, I think
What's
it's
his
31 or 32.
So
The salary has been a huge stumbling block for him. So the best bet is just to move to Saudi.
Lekon, if you're in Salah's shoe, will you move to Saudi? Yes or no?
Now, my age now. I will go Saudi. I'm going for my family now. What are you asking me?
But then Salah no be Naija boy now. To say na Naija boy now, feel
Who
it
tell
think
you?
say.
You don't be African.
You don't forget when they
Ah.
That's not Africa
call
now.
Boniface for Saudi.
Yes,
What time you say
Qatar.
Boniface no for move? He go move now.
He don't already move now. He don't even do medical.
Yeah.
Now just to South Korea they come. Oh.
Do something.
All right. Talking about move and no move. Neymar finally back home, and we tried. Do you think Simi? Do you think Neymar lived up to expectation? If you're going to judge his career, probably from Santos to, do you think he really like?
When he left Barca, actually, I expected more from him. But
To PSG.
yes, I expected more from Neymar, but he didn't actually give me what I wanted.
I quite felt probably, I don't know. I quite felt probably had Neymar had stayed at Barca, maybe he would have had a more blossom career. Look, I don't know if you share these thoughts.
One or two months in, should have started back. I don't think that time. But the money was much, so I think that was the reason why.
You said if you be
Yeah,
it was a world record
actually
fee.
I think that the
Yes.
money was
It was a
much
record
now.
fee.
Yeah.
He was going to be.
That's why-
He was going to be the face of the franchise,
Yeah.
World record
and
fee.
the highest earner at PSG.
For me, to be personal, I would love for him to like stay at Barca for like 1 or 2 seasons with this thing. And
Yeah,
maybe we should-
when we have the Messi
Messi,
Suarez,
and-
Neymar.
So maybe we should want something so that before he goes to PSG. But the money was much, so I can't blame
You
Barca
can't
for
blame
selling
him.
them.
You can't blame him.
I can't blame him for once. No, now.
Alright, talking about another player, I felt this guy is one of the most talented left back we've ever seen, Marcelo. And now his retirement some days back. Okay, so then I saw this video about him on on what was it called, on Twitter, on X, where it was just a cottage of his skills and everything, and I was like, wow, do we still have people playing that position, Marcelo, with that skills? Because these days what we have now is just wings back like Trent, all they just do, boom, cross, Reece James, cross, Trent, Arnold, cross.
I think Balde is a left back now, right?
Yeah, he's a left back.
Balde from Barcelona.
But we don't still have.
Easy up to you.
It's up to
Oh,
you.
come on, he's still young now. You can't just
I
ride
think,
him off that.
football-
With his current, can
Football,
he reach it?
football has actually, been more robotic. Players are not allowed to
be
express
flexible.
and flexible. So players like players like Marcelo, even if we had them now, they probably wouldn't try because they would not be given much freedom to actually express the kind of talent that they have.
Yeah, they are told.
But
So-
I think this guy is trying.
I remember when we had player like even we had Chelsea had a certain Bozingua.
It's not close.
Bozingua. Yeah, Bozingua.
Yeah,
We had
Jose
Ashley Cole.
Bozingua.
Yeah, Jose Bozingua. I mean, these are skillful left back and right back. We had, and of course, it's not a traditional, but when we had Victor Moses too playing that wing with Antonio Conte, these are. But these days, just like you said, it's just a one-way thing. Boom, just do the cross, and
go to
just
the edge,
do the cross.
Players
So-
are not allowed to be more expressive now.
Is it about football dynamics? No, these
No,
days.
it's actually football has for the past few years now. Football has been much more result oriented. I don't know if you get it. Like managers are scared to lose their jobs, so they rather stifle the growth of the players. Like instead of letting the players to express themselves, show whatever talent they've got, they rather stifle them for their own result, just to get the result, just to get the 3 point. So that's actually been the issue.
This I remember then, 2007, 2008, 2009. You won't watch as a Wenger football, even when Arsenal don't grind out result, even when it's heartbreaking. But you always enjoy the football you watch. From having Flamini, Alexander Leb, Kibato Silva, Fabregas. I mean, these are beautiful football.
We actually had varieties.
Yes, and when you watch Liverpool,
wanted-
you see Ryan Babel, Dicot, and Torres. Then you have Xabi Alonso. Boom. We don't have clubs with style of play these days. Is this kind of a managerial thing or a tactical thing? Idris, what do you have to Baka as well? Yes, Baka as well with Xavi, Iniesta, and do they still have?
They still play
No, I guess these days now it's more. These days I guess it's more of highline football. It's more of highline football. Pressure.
You guys played
There's something about Real Madrid.
Madrid
Madrid don't have a particular style of play.
Yeah, we know them.
They
We're
are
talking about teams.
No, they
We're talking
don't.
about. There's no how you watch. There's no how you watch Asta. You even be screaming like, "Hey, back shots! Kilo shot!"
I don't know, Toby.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember.
And you remember
Madrid right from time. they've never had a particular style of play. They adapt to the players that they have. They have the club itself, right? You know, you are not the manager. You are the kind of manager they employ.
Okay.
You are not gonna come in and implement yours, right? Implement the kind of play that you want instead of for Manchester United, for example. When Tejan came in, he wanted to implement his own style of play. But for a club like Real Madrid, you're not going to do that as a manager. You listen to what Florentino Perez wants. He brings in the players.
So you tell me, Carlo Ancelotti listening to what Florentino Perez wants.
He doesn't sign players himself, right? Does he?
There's not a manager wouldn't have influence.
You can't actually see.
He's a manager, he's not a coach. He's a manager, he's not a coach.
Real operates in a very different way. They operate in a very different template from the other clubs. You come in, you adapt to the players that you have.
But the coach influence should be there.
Why? Of course, you have your own influence.
It's of the coach to create the tactics. It's of the coach to create.
Your influence doesn't overshadow.
No, okay, let's agree. Let's agree that we agree.
Can only go a while. You can't go all the way.
Do you understand my point?
I understand.
That's Real Madrid.
No, let's talk about clubs that we know, that we watch growing, that has templates. We've talked about Barcelona and Arsenal that play tiki-taka football.
United will know from counter-attack.
Yes, United,
Wings,
Liverpool,
counter-attack.
and we know Jose Mourinho, Chelsea had then. It was just police ball. They blocked the backs. We even saw this when Mourinho transitioned from Chelsea to Inter. The match the Inter.
I still remember one game. Roma Bayakusi. These guys wanted to cry. I was like, oh, yeah.
He lost 1-0.
Let's even talk about how Inter knocked out Barcelona from the Champions League. The one they won. Yeah. So it was just mass defense. We know that anything that has to do with Mourinho is mass defense. Yeah. Now I don't even know the kind of tactics that Teta plays at us now. I don't know, but with Arsene Wenger, with Pep Guardiola, Frank Rijkaard, Rafael Benitez, we know these managers and we know the tactics. When you watch Liverpool, you don't expect Liverpool to play tiki-taka. You have Alonso playing like 5 shots. Yeah. You have Scholes that want to enjoy you with shots. Yeah. But I don't even understand. Thereby you will beg Arsenal midfielders to shoot outside the box.
The only guy that shoots
when they play
from the midfield, Partey.
Yes.
We're even talking about the new generations of player and the kind of tactics. Now, is it that there's nothing like tactics or style of play for football club? It's just play to grind results. All those one we want to do.
And then something that I've noticed, right?
Back to the 3 points.
Just for the 3 points. And then there's lazy coaching.
But you say that?
Yes.
Is it lazy?
Do you know why?
I believe there is lazy player.
There's lazy coaching.
There is lazy player.
Every coach wants to copy. It's like this. You bring up a particular style of play.
Okay.
You go on to win the league with it. Every other manager wants to copy that.
Cool.
That's what I think. At some point, it has changed a little bit now. At some point, when Pep was dominating, right? Every club wanted to play like that.
You see clubs going to the
because he started this thing of fullbacks coming into midfield. Everybody started doing it.
Which coach did it? Apart from Enzo doing it now.
Ten Hag did it.
Ten Hag
he did it so well.
Ten Hag played inverted football.
He did it well. You know why?
Who was going to invert? Is it Dalot or Shaw?
It was Dalot.
Dalot inverting.
Calm down.
Ten Hag played inverted football.
You listen to me. When Amorim came in, he made mention of something. He said, now Dalot has to know his role. Now he doesn't have to invert because when he was playing under the previous manager, he had to come into midfield. Dalot had that issue the first 4-5 games when he couldn't invert, just had to run through the wings. He didn't know when to make the runs. He didn't know when to come back. He had that issue several games. He inverted several times. Go back and watch.
The person I know that actually copied Pep, I can say Enzo Maresca.
Come on, why would
every
they copy
coach
us?
has copied Pep. Every manager. I'm telling you, down to Southampton, that don't have the capacity to play such football. That is lazy coaching.
Okay, every coach has copied Pep.
I'm telling you.
The club copied
I'm not a Pep fan.
The club copied Pep.
Even club was copying Pep. Arnold was inverting. You know what I mean? Arnold inverted.
are not doing that.
I'm not always involved.
So Ateta too, not say, Ayo, if I hear you well now, you dey tell us even Ateta, everybody na template,
Ateta
everybody.
doesn't even have.
Zinchenko, when he was doing Zinchenko, Zinchenko was inverting.
Yo,
I guess
Come on now, you have to
wait. If something like if something is like if something is like a new trend, there are times where we have new trends in football in terms of tactics and pattern and manager dynamics, but we can't attribute that to. We can't attribute we can't attribute that to.
When the coach is
A
successful,
manager copying
when
other
the coach is
managers.
successful-
I guess that's disrespectful to other managers as well. I guess that's disrespectful to other managers as well.
Please, I can't say there's a lazy coach, lazy coaching or this thing. I would say lazy players did.
Yeah.
No lazy coaching. But I just feel like okay. There was a time that the goalkeepers they are like
Yeah.
Who started that trend?
We start from the back.
all the boss. That was the trend then.
Yeah.
They're launching everything.
Yes,
But now,
everything, launch
they'll
it
come out
out.
and play everything.
Now people want playing keeper. And he's not.
This playing from
And
the back,
say,
right?
Sean Dyche doesn't play that way. Sean Dyche doesn't play that way.
When you have so many things that are similar,
Yes.
when you have so many things, when you have so many things that are similar, there will always be exceptions. Okay, right? This playing from the back started in Germany with Neuer under Pep. He started by playing Lam as an inverted fullback. Then he eventually converted Lam to a deep playing what's it called?
midfielder.
As an holding midfielder. So back to what I said. Pep started the trend because he was actually successful without formation, without tactics, without structure. Every coach started copying.
Pep.
Okay, wait.
Even before then, Everyone was playing these
He
tactics.
said something.
Someone will start it.
The point
Everyone
is
was
that
playing
is
these
what I'm telling
tactics.
you. They have to be.
That's not what you call it.
Okay, chill.
Someone will start
That's
it.
lazy coaching.
If we're talking about
Football-
Pep,
football is
excuse me,
supposed
hold
to
on.
be-
If we're talking about Pep, with the amount of games he has lost this
Yes.
season, do you think if it was another manager, he would be sacked?
Yes.
Nah, I already said
Why
that.
do you
Yes.
say so?
He would have been
If
sacked.
he was in
Sacked.
Chelsea, I can
Or
prove to
Man
you that he would
United,
be sacked.
you have
He would have been sacked.
Yep.
Man United wouldn't sack
No,
him.
manager was sacked because
because
Ten
Chelsea
Hag-
would have
no,
sacked him.
Timmy Ten Hag lost a lot of games. Let's be
I'm
real.
saying
They wouldn't
Chelsea.
because he
sack
won
him.
the
United wouldn't sack him. You know why?
he won
But
the
if
FA
he-
Cup.
if he was in
He won the
Chelsea-
FA Cup. So they kept him.
No, this current Chelsea administration wouldn't sack him.
They
If
would
it
be the one
was,
to sack
they
him.
wouldn't sack him.
If it was Roman Abramovich,
That's it. That's why I said current administration.
I guess we should have had.
Roman is not the current.
We should have had.
head
you
of
don't
the-
get what I'm saying.
Idris,
I
we
said-
should have had to that question that wait, Man City are not dummies. If you sack Pep, which other manager are you going to get in the market now?
That is what people say.
One,
If you sack Klopp,
two.
which other manager would they get?
Wait,
Don't they have any
wait.
slots now? Don't they have any slots now?
If no be Ateta, we just they do anyhow. Shey that slot go get. Now Ateta and all these other guys did.
See,
Now then
are
they
you telling me
why
slot
we
is
no
not
day
good
now?
personally?
To say Pep gets himself. Wait, chill, Baba chill. To say get Baba chill. To say no be say Arsenal just they do mekwe anyhow off and on this season. They've not been close to as
Arsenal been doing off and on.
Wait, that one said day. One, two.
He's not in youth.
Yeah, that one said day. Man, you calm down. You said you don't do well. No be say you said you dey do well.
Second runner.
I don't talk say I do well.
But even no club wey go get Pep with wetin Pep don do for them so far, and we go come talk say, oh yeah, cause you can't get bad,
You know the club that
cause you can't get one bad
Do you know the
season
club that
compared to some managers wey no even win anything all this
You know
while.
the club that I think would have sacked him?
What club?
Real Madrid.
No.
I'll give you some cases.
No.
I'll give you some cases.
Napoli was sacked.
I'll give you.
Napoli.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm
Napoli.
telling you, it's
Napoli don't get
Chelsea.
Napoli don't get
Chelsea.
No.
Sit to my
Yes,
Tuchel.
De Laurentiis no get that kind of time.
season.
Sharply, go
Last
don comot
season.
am, no time.
Okay, this is so easy. If you are given a point, use an example to back it up.
Tuchel.
Napoli would have sacked him. Example.
Want me to give an example?
Yes.
Let me support my brother, I no go leave am.
Okay, go on.
Napoli go sack am because Napoli too, their chairman be like all this Daniel Levy.
Who
Be like all this.
Okay, who don't did that situation before? You know how many
managers wey Tottenham don change.
Toby.
See where they no get results.
No, you don't get my point.
Yeah, cause now one man dey in charge. Cause now one man dey make decision for them. So now so it go be.
You cannot have it.
Their coach when they want say their coach that coach just now.
Lorenzo.
It's starting now.
He was not sacked. He left.
No be the same way they talk normal.
Okay.
We can't listen.
Why did he leave?
No, he left for the national team. There was an offer for me.
Even though you are citing an example.
That was not the reason.
That was
not the reason I had.
What is it?
I will still stand by what I say.
Where is your
If you
source?
have a manager like Pep with what he has brought into football,
Yeah.
you will not sack him.
Chill out.
I said the only club I've sacked
If
him.
Pep leaves Man City
Real.
now,
You know
and
why?
says he
I
wants to coach
have
another team,
an example to back it up,
come
right?
on now.
I have an example to back it up. Zidane, the only manager in history
no,
to
Zidane
do
is
3
very
on a bounce Champions League. It has never happened before. He was on the verge of being sacked.
I can tell you why.
If he had not won that last Champions League, he would have been
See,
sacked.
that is not that.
Yeah.
Let me use Chelsea as an example.
Okay.
Thomas
And
Tuchel
funny
first
thing,
season.
they were not even out of the top 4. Were they?
I think Chelsea.
They were not. They were second on the log.
Chelsea would have sacked him.
Similar Zavi.
His first season. Do you see Chelsea players?
Yeah.
He won Champions League that season.
And second season.
The second
next
season,
season.
they sacked him.
That happened because there was a change of administration.
That's what he said.
Everything
I'm saying.
Everything I'm saying. Calm down.
Who's talking, please? Let's know.
Let me talk, please. Sorry.
Talk.
Everything he won was not under the new administration. It was under the old administration.
That should be.
Everything he won. And it was not sat based on results.
That should not be a factor.
No, it was not sat based on
That's not
results.
a
It
factor.
was sat based on signings. They said the board wanted Ronaldo. He didn't want Ronaldo. And they said they didn't share the same vision. It was not based on. Chelsea were not doing bad.
That season.
Yes, they were not.
On that
I don't
Tuchel.
feel
They were not.
On that Tuchel.
They
were not.
lost 3 or 4 games.
On that Tuchel. That season. Do you know my information that season?
They
Bring
were doing bad.
Aspilicueta in my defense.
What was the definition of
They were
being
doing
bad?
bad.
Because they were top of their group in the Champions League.
Yes.
Were they not?
They were doing bad because
They were-
I remember they lost like 3 Premier League.
The season just started.
They lost.
We've barely played 10 games that season. I think it was after 6 games or so.
Was when Tuchel came.
Or 7.
Was when Tuchel entered.
No, when he was sacked. When he was sacked. Yes.
Was the second
It
season.
was, we just entered into the new season. The league.
They sacked him
we've
after a
barely-
Champions
we've
League
barely
match.
We've barely seen 10 games being played in the league. Right? So it was still young. You wouldn't sack a manager.
He lost like 3 or 4.
It was based on signing. It wasn't based on results.
I saw this.
They made it known.
Is it Tuchel? Are you talking about
I'm talking
Tuchel?
about Tuchel.
It wasn't based on signings.
Okay, guys,
I think yes.
let's on 60 seconds. All right, we're going to take a short break. Then afterwards we come back. It's going to be outside the arena. Now, still football yarn. We know they do. We they come back.
Welcome back, guys. That was a wonderful rendition from Wandeko, and it says gentility. What a wonderful song. So now we are off to the.
Unfortunately, in this place,
outside
we are not gentle.
So I beg, don't mind Toby. Now we are off to outside the arena where we'll be talking about the entertainment part of football. You know, we have a lot to talk about here, and the guys are actually pumped up. I beg, who know they cheesed up?
Why not?
Okay, but see the raise up your hand.
Alpha, he raised up here like.
No, waiting do you. Mo will address the issue now. Waiting do you. We ask now. The whole house they ask. The whole house. Everybody wants to know.
I've been at the Valentine package. You want prepare
Everyone
for
wants to
your
know.
babe, really.
What's going on?
I don't shy.
Waiting they go like this. Waiting they.
I don't want to talk.
Yeah.
I don't shy.
We're gonna talk about after the show.
I don't shy.
All right, guys. So moving on. We're talking about Ronaldo and Baba don't turn 40 like this.
Yeah.
And
Fourth
Baba-
floor.
Baba the talk say, they hide the 1,000 goals. If he score, I'm fine. If he no score, I'm say he don't become legend. And he actually said he's the most complete player in history. I'm going to throw this question to Toby. Is Ronaldo the most complete player?
Well, one thing about Ronaldo is that I love the way he sells himself. himself, and you know, the thing about him is he believes in himself, and the confidence he always show, even when he grants interviews and when he talks about himself. And I'm trying to liken this to one of the footballers, artists we have in Nigeria. He always call himself the greatest. Oluomo Bonaboy. So is Ronaldo a complete player? Beyond stats, beyond what he has achieved.
Eye test.
Yeah, beyond eye test. He's a great player. He's a complete player. It's a player, he scores goals, he can play from the wings, he can nod with his head. I mean, if he's not a complete player, how has he won almost like more than 4 Ballon d'Ors?
Exactly.
So, he knows, he's sabi waiting they talk. If they call himself saying incomplete, he complete that.
Without a
On
World
the
Cup.
field, off the pitch, off the field.
Without
Even-
a World Cup.
Okay.
Without a World
Don't
Cup.
worry.
he's
No.
Okay,
We were talking
we'll
about
get
a
there.
player.
We'll
We
get there, don't
are not talking
Idris.
about.
Yeah.
Idris,
Yeah,
make I
man.
ask Idris this question.
Okay. Yes.
Do you think, over the years, we've seen Ronaldo, transition from being, no, not a winger. I'm not going to say winger. From being a dribbler,
Okay.
right? We knew him to be a dribbler. He started as a dribbler.
Yeah.
He was so obsessed with dribbling to being a goal scorer. Do you think that has actually affected people's perception about him?
Honestly speaking, I would say it still goes back to injuries. Ronaldo had the serious injuries.
Knee injury in
Yeah.
2014.
He had that injury was kind of bad. I think it took him out of football for over 6 months. Or was it 4?
He was playing.
Was that
but
when
was
he
not
signed-
fit.
But he wasn't able to do what he used
I
to
remember.
do.
I remember.
But I would say everything happens for a reason, actually.
Yeah.
It happens for a reason because if he didn't get that injury, he wouldn't have up to 921 goals now. So
Okay.
I really think
Yeah.
he is actually complete, me personally. But I'll always be a Messi fan. But respect to Baba Ronaldo. Now he be number one. She gets.
God bless you. I know I go skip Lekon for this
God
one.
bless you.
You know I don't skip
No, I
Lekon.
don't skip you. Why you
You know I know
skip
I
me?
know
Why
I
you
know.
skip me?
And I mean the whole mic.
No, why you skip
Not
me?
na me the whole mic.
No, it don't make sense. No, why you
Now
skip
me
me?
the whole mic.
Oh, yeah, skip me.
You know I don't skip Lekon.
Skip me.
Because we go to hear different adulations, different wait I will call them again, different praises. Because you know say na Ronaldo, you be Ronaldo for
Yeah,
obviously.
skip me now.
Okay, I know for the grace of God, I know will skip you.
Yeah, thank you.
Wait I will come ask you like this.
Ask out.
Because anything when I ask you like this, we don't know the response. But Toby, look, I'm going to ask you. Do you think he's going to achieve 1,000 goals?
I think what you said at the media that he will not achieve the thing. I think he just lying to himself because he knows his mindset. See, when talking about Ronaldo, is my idol. It gives me motivation when he says things like that.
Dolo.
Nobody will respect.
You're a dolo.
Nobody will respect it from me. But I think that he wants to achieve it, and he will achieve it. Even his wife. I told him that his wife said, "Oh, calm down. Let's do." We said,
Maybe he's actually being modest about it.
Yeah,
he doesn't
he
want
knows
to.
it's-
He doesn't want to pressure himself.
Because the only thing I used to respect Ronaldo is the fact that he
His
is
mindset.
determined.
Yeah.
Because honestly speaking, if you are the worst football player in history, if you are determined to say, okay, this Premier League, na me go carry am, even though I no carry am, say na me go carry PFA, you will do it. Honestly, it still goes back to mindset, and mindset is very important in a human.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
coming back to my guy here, because me, I will sit down for you. Okay, what's your contribution to that? You think it's achievable?
Yeah, he's respect to him, but I'm a Messi fan.
I wasn't gonna ask you about
Respect to him. He can actually do it. He's capable of doing it. Actually, looking at him, Ronaldo, he's
40
actually
years, but
He-
they fly, they jump.
He's
And
capable
even the look say he won't go to 2026 World Cup.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
I guess Neymar too had the same thoughts.
Yeah.
One thing about these guys is that we only celebrate their success. People don't really look at the sweat these guys.
Yeah,
went
we have
through.
to actually give them
I mean,
the-
and
the-
I've had,
the
know,
accolades they
we've watched
deserve,
several interviews.
they deserve.
Emmanuel Adebayo, Emmanuel Adebayo, former Arsenal player and Manchester City player, was talking in an interview and talking about how he thought he was the first person to get.
How would that be the funny?
How he thought he was the first person to go to the train. He was like, "Yeah, I have arrived." And the guy just told him, "Yeah, Ronaldo is around. He's already swimming." It's crazy. Yeah, and it's consistent. Carlos Tevez said the same thing as well when they were in Manchester United. Even Nani,
Nani.
they will go to the club to drink together. Papa Makpada Wabai, Ronaldo will come back. Papa don't go back, go they eat training. So it talks about the hard work, and you see that he's a passionate player. Yeah. So he talks about how much he puts into this game. And that's the result of what we still see. Yeah.
But wait, can I ask a question? If he was in Saudi League, will he reach these goals?
How many goals has he scored in Saudi League?
He's actually scored more in Europe than he scored in Saudi.
If he was still in UV, will he reach this?
In Juve, he used to season as Juve, he scored.
No, he probably wouldn't. He probably wouldn't because sometimes Europe is more demanding because his body is not actually getting any younger. So the training and everything, and the matches are so much demanding and everything. So I don't think it will be achievable in Europe. But he made a smart choice by going to Saudi.
Why?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he can start part in Saudi because it is less competitive compared to Europe.
And
So it is achievable
he's a
there.
man on a mission.
Yeah, exactly. So the smart thing
And
to
he has
do,
won it, so.
the smart thing to do is to go to Saudi and get your pay.
I will not argue with you. I don't want to argue with you.
It's
But-
40.
No, I don't want to argue with you. I don't want to say anything.
Yeah.
But one way I know is that if it was in Europe, he will achieve it.
Are you
We
sure?
would never know.
He will achieve it.
We would never
How?
know. But me, I'm not.
Okay, wait.
That's why I said I don't.
wait,
That's why I said
Hope you don't forget to play the man.
Europe.
He played for
Premier
he
League,
played in my.
EFL, all this top
You might that want to win.
Yes.
But you told me you make it in Europe now.
I bet one house.
See,
I go off your mic.
Come on, punish him.
Lekon, I go off your mic.
I'll actually say he won't achieve it because in Europe, all these top leagues, no,
It is much.
it's more demanding.
It is more demanding.
You can't have the same defender.
He's not getting any
when you have
younger.
the likes of let me use this defender now in Arsenal. Thomas
Amade
Partey
Dagba.
just stand and watch. No, it's more demanding. actually.
You know, we saw the little part of it. We saw. I don't want to use that to judge him, but we saw the little part of it that he could actually struggle at that age in Europe
Yeah.
when he played at the Euros. Do you remember?
Yeah.
The
Exactly.
physical demand and everything. He still has the hunger to score goals, but the body will always demand some things from you. Body no be firewood. Body go tell. So the best thing is to do, the smart thing to do, just to go to Saudi. So the last one, I beg, no, we'll talk this thing. I want to know maybe Ide actually fair, right?
See that.
Shey Ide okay, because I just feel like Premier League they are trying to remove
A lot of things.
a lot of fun, a lot of rivalry.
Yeah.
They are making it much more, ordinary. Because football, what drives football is like rivalry.
Yes.
They say they won't promote, they won't ban player. If you mimic another player to celebration, maybe they play against Man City now. Like what did Luis Kelly do in mimic Haaland? They say na mockery. Say now, if any player try am, they go ban am. Shey Ide actually okay? Do you think Premier League are trying to remove the joy, remove the rivalry, and the interesting part of football away?
It's not the Premier League.
No.
It's not the
Now the Premier
Premier
League.
League.
May I start from you?
Well, I just feel it's not necessary, but they have their reasons, as he said, reasons for everything. But I feel it's not necessary because without it, there's no joy. Look at a youngster making Haaland celebration after him scoring. Who expects Luis Kelly to
I
score in
think
that kind
the
of
reason
match?
why he did that was because when they came to the Etihad,
Yeah, Alan said something.
Haaland was like, "Who are you?" He also said the profane stuff like that. But he said, "Who are you?" So Luis said, I think he did that just to show Haaland who he is.
Exactly, because no one expected him
But
to even score.
Still, actually, I don't really buy it.
But
It's not necessary.
Jamie Carragher said something. I don't know if you guys actually agree with him because honestly, I don't agree with him to an extent. He said that Luis Kelly was wrong to do that, but Haaland was not wrong. He didn't actually criticize Haaland for what he did in the first leg.
Okay.
But he went on to criticize Luis Kelly for his celebration. He said,
No, let me tell you something.
first of all,
Yeah.
Who is Lewis Kelly? He has not.
He hasn't heard of him.
He's
But
got.
Lewis Kelly is
He's
just
got
a
to
new-
respect
he's new
Alan.
to
Alan
this
has
game.
scored goals.
He's
He's
new
been
to this
proving
game.
his blah 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 blah. blah.
I guess the point Jamie Carragher was coming from was from the place of respect in the game. And one thing that we don't really have much in the game these days is about respect,
Yes.
especially coming from senior players. To, I mean, of course, it might be Western world. It might be whereby, of course, probably it doesn't matter. But when we look into the pitch, then when we see these players, we saw that players respected each other.
Yeah.
So Aaron Haaland, I mean, a senior player, a player that has made his mark in the EPL, and to a certain career that is just building his career. So that should talk about the place of respect in the game. And one, apart from two, we don't have this. When a player just come to the EPL, there's a place of some players mentoring, going through some tutelage of some other players as well. Okay, this is EPL, this is how you. But we don't have that again in the game.
Yeah.
We have Cesc Fabregas was in an interview. I was talking about how the Vieira, the Gilberto Silva helped him in the midfield then. And same with Robin van Persie as well, when he had Roberto Pires and Reyes in the forward line as well. So we could have players that could talk to other players as well. Probably if Haaland had done that, and then Lewis Kelly, the Kelly reaction, I don't think it's justified. But however it is, Premier League now coming into this is not a bad one. Probably to just bring caution into the game.
Idris, I'm coming to you now.
Yeah.
Do you think it is not hypocritical of Jimmy Carragher to say that? Because if we are going to go with history, we know how the rivalry was back then. Right? It was mad. It was insane.
He go far.
I think there's no longer rivalry now. We the football that we see now is much more ordinary.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to go back to, I don't know if you guys remember when Raphael, the twins, do you remember Raphael?
Yeah,
Fabio? When
definitely.
Raphael squared up against Gerrard, do you remember? Raphael was so young, he was not proven in the game. Gerrard, obviously, legend of the game already. Squared up, because I'm trying to compare.
No, squared
the
up in
situation.
what sense?
Do you get
is
my
it
point?
squared up? Is it squared up
No, he
like
squared up. He went up against Gerrard.
Like an actual fight.
Yes, like an actual fight.
Wow.
Yes, I remember vividly. It was Liverpool, Manchester United. Which United went on to win.
So what was the reaction of
I'm
the
trying
other
to
senior
compare-
players on the pitch?
They separated it, but I'm trying to compare the two situations, right? Because now, if Carragher is saying Luis Kelly has to be humble, right?
No,
Because
no.
disrespect. Because they say
Carragher
respect-
might not mean it like that.
to be-
I'm
to be-
still
they say
talking
respect-
about the
respect-
place of
They say respect is reciprocal, right?
respect in the
You
game.
told me the first leg, who are you? Then in the second leg, I'm proving myself to you. This is me. I have arrived in the game because I'm
No,
thinking.
honestly speaking.
Is that
I
really
actually
is
think
it
what he
really
did was
necessary?
wrong. It wasn't
But
necessary.
you asked about
But
me.
there's something we call.
It was
There's something we
it was
call
just about-
shithousery.
It was just
It
about
is shithousery in football.
Alan asked about
I'll
and
wait
he
for
gave
my
him.
time, okay?
No, of course I'll come to you. I'll come to you definitely. But Idris, I'm still on to you now. Do you think he's been hypocritical?
About what he said.
Yes, considering how the rivalry was back then, how there was actually no respect back then. There was actually a game. I don't know if maybe now remember Arsenal Man United when we say ref just free everybody already break their leg. Then Vieira, everybody won't break leg that day, right? So the respect, there was actually no respect back then because if he's talking about respect, then he's being hypocritical. Now I'm saying.
But this is football, bro. This is
Yeah, I know. I'm just comparing these two situations now. So, what is your point?
My point is, Luis Kelly was actually wrong to do something like that.
Okay.
In the sense that your team hasn't won a trophy in how many seasons? Look at it. No, let's be real.
He's a citizen fan.
Are you talking from
He's
the,
a
I'm not
citizen
talking- I'm
fan.
from the perspective of
No, not
being a
because, not
citizen?
because
Yeah,
I'm
no,
a
yeah,
citizen
yeah,
fan.
he's a citizen
No,
fan.
come
He's-
on,
yeah,
relax
be
now.
rational.
Okay,
Yeah,
let him talk. Let him share.
It's
Let
because,
him share his
see,
thoughts.
if you have won things the way Man City has, and Haaland just came in and told you who the hell are you, this and that, you actually have, he will know who you are. But you are new to this now. You've not done anything how many years, so why are you mimicking when you know you're not that good? Honestly,
Lekon, what you get for
Yeah,
mine?
he's a citizen
I
fan.
said talk
You
about
don't know. I bet they come.
No.
Your
Do
boy,
the counts, bro.
I-
Do the
I-
counts.
you go hear me.
I didn't
Your
say
blood,
anything.
your blood still dey
I
hot.
didn't say anything.
Your blood, now inside see we dey. Why your blood dey hot?
I didn't say
Let's say
anything.
code on the cash you already.
I like this code. I didn't say anything.
Lekon, now inside AC we dey. This AC dey enough
I know. I didn't say
to
anything.
quench all these boiling
I
way.
didn't say anything. I just
okay. Okay, now
Okay,
let's come back to this.
Okay,
Lekon,
okay.
I'm going to ask you this. Okay, let me just share your thoughts on this.
Now I won't even use
Closing shots.
closing shot. Thank you.
Oh,
Thank you for giving me
fabulous,
this.
Baba.
No, you don't get much time, oh.
I'll
No, just 2 minutes, please.
I'll not
2
even
minutes.
use EPL.
Okay.
I'll go beyond EPL. I will say I will use ECL. You remember
You see, Abi?
UCL?
Which one be you see?
UEFA Champions
League.
Okay, yeah, you see.
Mhm.
I remember that Champions League that I don't remember I think it was 2020,
Which game,
2019 or 2020.
Which game is that?
Atletico Juventus.
Okay.
That the first leg, Atletico they flog they did not beat you. They flog
2-0,
2-0.
yeah.
You understand? That this guy
I remember
that this guy, what's his name?
Simeone.
And he's like this. Their
Baba,
coach.
Baba, you don't come up for.
You know, he's like so and Ronaldo scored the hat-trick. And it did like this.
But he was actually going
No.
to be penalized. though.
So
Was it penalized?
He was not penalized. eventually,
so
but-
to me, I think that's the fun of it. Like
Yes,
that's
that's what I'm saying. That's actual fun of football. Because you be like, okay,
Honestly,
What's
he
how-
has
how-
fit,
how-
he
how-
has
it-
fit.
it- that was
I'm going
intriguing.
to-
I'm going to stand
Okay,
with Lake on
that
this
was
one.
intriguing. That was intriguing. Like I was like yeah.
Like,
Oh,
he
yeah.
Said,
football
what will I
was
do?
beyond
And I'm
the
showing
view.
you what I would do.
Exactly.
Okay,
That's Alan did against Luis
let me
Kelly.
tell you something. Let me tell you something
Yeah,
about
yeah.
this thing. Let me use
Okay.
Spanish.
20 seconds more.
No verse. When I talked about Ballon d'Or now, you know
Yeah.
Ronaldo and this guy. What's this guy's name? Rodrigo. You know they are not like balanced. Because Rodrigo was saying now he's not talented.
Yes.
They are this listening. That's what they call it rivalry. It's boys back to Real Madrid and Atletico Madrid when they were listening. But that's what they call rivalry.
So,
I
is
don't
that you
think
saying
they-
that is Premier League trying to take the intriguing
They are
rivalry
taking the
part?
joy. They are sapping the joy.
Where I think
out of the league.
I think it's
I
just
feel
to,
like that is the fun of it.
Because
That's
she's
fun.
no.
house
Apart from that, there
she's
must be a
house
balance in the place of
No,
respect for.
There will be
No,
respect.
there should be
But
place
at
of
the same
respect.
time, you don't
Yeah.
sap out the
It
joy.
It should have a place of respect for, because when we talk about this game as well, respect is very key. And if you're looking at a kind of a certain player like Alan to Kelly, if you're talking about Diego Simeone to Ronaldo, these are top class. This is a case of top class manager, and
Thomas, I don't think
of course
respect
I
should be-
get your
respect should
point.
be inside
Lekon.
football.
I get.
I don't think respect should be inside football.
No, respect should be.
That's
respect. There has to be respect.
It's when you beat me, when you flog me. That was when
There has to be respect.
I'll become humble.
Stay humble,
That's-
yeah.
that's-
Stay
that's-
humble,
But at the same time, at the same
If
time,
you don't beat me, I'm beating you. You are telling me that I accept you.
Lekon.
Which one? You
Lekon.
know, is a hand.
Alright, guys.
Lekon.
It's not the man.
Respect is earned.
Lekon,
Yeah.
what
His hand.
Respect
What
is
I'm going to say
earned.
is, what I'm going to say
Yeah,
is,
man.
there has to be respect. But at the same time, you don't sap out the joy in the game.
It's
You don't
still
sap out the joy
football.
because it looks like that is where the league is headed now. They are trying to sap out the joy because shithousery is what makes football entertaining. So that's all. So guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the show because obviously we enjoyed it. Everybody was pumped up. And,
Yeah.
You know the vibes, bro.
we actually didn't want to go, but time is not our friend. We have to. We have to.
They are telling us that we should run
Our cameraman they tell us, yeah, I'm gonna come over here.
How they start, sis.
So guys, we meet again, same time, same place next week. Thank
Yeah.
you so much.